Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Eban here from the C-List Villains podcast, and today I'm going to be showing you my new comic book haul day from October 28th, 2021. Let's get this started. First up, actually, I gotta let you know, this is about 3 weeks worth of books. I haven't really been able to go to my LCS lately, so I had to go check my box, and I had to thin out the crowd. I was like, you know what? Today's the day where I gotta say, all right, I can't get this, or this. I think I canceled maybe about 5 or 6 subscriptions. I'm probably gonna revisit them later on. I just can't do it right now. My future hauls are going to be a little bit smaller, but you know what? Forget it. You know, why not? Let's just have some fun with whatever we do get, right? So let's get things started, all right? First up, Gunslinger Spawn. This one right here has been on the radar, on a lot of people's radars since it was announced, right? So I want to see what this is about. You know, Gunslinger Spawn, what came out, I think, in Spawn 308 or 307. I have the first appearance. Let's see what, I know nothing about it, so let's see how it goes. Let's start a new adventure and say why not. Plus, it's in Image #1, and I believe. Okay, well, I was gonna say I thought it was gonna be cheap. No, it was a $5.99 book. It's kind of hefty, so gotta rethink my purchases in the future. On to our next one right here. We Only Find Them When They're Dead, #9. This book isn't too bad. I'm really digging the art, but I'm really picking this book up mainly because of these covers right here. So the Dead God Tony Infante covers is really why I'm picking up this series. I think these covers are gorgeous, and I'm probably gonna say that they are currently my favorite run of one of my favorite run of variant covers. But I like how I've collected from 1 through 9. I have all of the Tony Infante covers, and I think they're gorgeous. So I'm gonna stick with the series. It's really not that bad. Crossover #9. I was just on the C-List Villains show very recently, and AJ asked me, he's like, "Man, you're still reading Crossover?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." Donny Cates, if you ever watch this is no dig on you. It's not the best written book. It's fun as shit. I'm not even gonna lie. This is super fun. It's Donny Cates playing in his own sandbox, and he's like, "Come on, everyone, come and hang out with me while I toy around with all these characters." And honestly, it's a fun read. It's the reason why I'm picking it up. Is because Crossover. Okay, this is what I'll say. Crossover is fun, and it's one of those overhyped but pretty underrated books in my opinion. So if you're not reading Crossover, just jump on it. Honestly, it's fun. It's fun. All right. Once in Future #21. Now, this is a well-written book, in my opinion. I really like Once in Future number 20, and how they introduced. They're constantly introducing new characters in this series, and it's not one of those things where you should go chase a certain issue just because it's a first appearance of someone. But whenever you see a first appearance in Once in Future, the story changes. The dynamic of the story changes, and I like how Kieran Gillen is doing that with, you know, King Arthur and Lancelot, and now he's bringing in Medusa. So there's a whole lot of mythos going on in here, and he's doing it from a different standpoint. Honestly, that's another book, in my opinion, is super fun. Homesick Pilots #10. I do like this. It got a little weird with the second arc, where they introduced the government, and they want to create their own, you know, walking house. It's kind of crazy. Let's see how it goes. I think this is either the end of the second arc or the beginning of a third arc. But I like it. I want to stick with it for a little bit. Eat the Rich #3. This is a crazy read right here. Sarah Gailey, Pius Bach, Roman Tidoff, you guys are doing great with this book. This is super uber creepy. Definitely for either Gen Z, maybe even millennials. But it's a pretty creepy story. I'm really digging this one right here, so much that I even got the 1 in 10 cover right here. So it's the Virgin 1 in 10 cover. My LCS, man, my LCS guy, Chris, he likes to put some of these to the side for me. He's like, you know, I know you collect these covers, so thanks, man. Thank you, Chris, so much. Moon Knight number 4. Now, I did not read Moon Knight number 3 just yet. I haven't had time to read some of my books, so I actually have a pretty decent sized backlog right now. But with me scheduling myself to pick up books maybe every couple of weeks now, so these new comic book day haul videos they're not going to come as frequent. It's going to give me time to catch up on some reading. Plus, you know, Christmas is right around the corner. They got the kids in the house, and so it's a little bit of a madhouse going on. Speaking about House of Slaughter number 1, I got cover A right here. I got the 1 in 10 right here, and then I got cover C, got the foil right here. Cover A is gonna be to read. Cover B or cover C is actually really cool. I really like the colors on this one, and then the 1 in 10. I like the combination of these right here, the red and the purple. Like, I kind of want to hang these up just because I think the covers look pretty dope. And I wasn't going to go crazy with all the House of Slaughter covers. There's way too many of them for me to chase. There's a 1 in 1,000 I didn't even know about. And then all the... Look, boom. I see what you're trying to do, and I get it. Ross, man, you are a mastermind behind all of this. Go make your paper. People are going to want to jump on this one right here since, you know, Something's Killing the Children is hot. It is one of the hottest books on the market. Why not start a side story? And James Tynion is going to go ahead and introduce, not introduce, but let us know Aaron's story. And he's also going to talk to us about the different houses that are involved, and then what the black, you know, handkerchiefs and what the white handkerchiefs mean, and what do they mean with teeth, without teeth, and whatnot. So we're gonna get to know a little bit more about the houses within this right here. And then on top of that, I'm hearing that this is gonna be a love story between Aaron and Jace, I believe. And let's see how it goes. I'm really interested in the houses themselves rather than Aaron's story, because we already know what's going to happen to Aaron. And, you know, I don't know if this is a build up to get to, you know, have the readers like him a little bit more. I really want to know more about the houses. So let's see how this one goes. I believe this is only a mini series. I believe I only saw up to 6, but I could be mistaken, you know, because I'm not up to date and I really don't know everything, you know. But that's it. That's my little haul for October 28th, 2021. I'm going to ask you guys, and I'm going to ask you guys this right here, and that is, what did I miss? And I know, and I'm hoping, and I'm guessing you guys are going to tell me, oh man, you forgot this, you forgot that. Do me a favor, leave me a comment down below and on what, you know, what books I should go back and get, what books I should add to the look. I went ahead and cut back, but if a story is good, I'll pick it up. You know, like I just read that DC versus Vampires is actually a pretty good thing, so I might actually jump on that. That's also a James Tynion book, and you know how it is with James Tynion, man. If you jump on his books, and if it's DC, it's one of those things where it's kind of hit or miss, right? Because I'm kind of sick of Batman. However, when you get his indie stuff, it's supposed to be on point. We'll see what happens. I'm hearing the reverse. You know, I'm hearing House of Slaughter is okay, and DC versus Vampires is actually solid. So I mean, look. Get what you want, read what you like. I mean, that's how it's supposed to be, right? All right, you guys, that's it for tonight's new comic book day haul. Now, remember, I co-host the C-List Villains podcast. New episodes come out every Monday and Thursday, with the show showing up on your favorite podcast app just a few days after that right there. All right, you guys, that's it. I'm going to get out of here. It's kind of late over here. Until the next issue. Deuces.